Texas A&M has suspended its Title IX director. It's May 16th, 2024, and these are your headlines. Now, this will probably take the cake for the most unique place that we've recorded. I'm actually in a fireworks shop in Rockwall where Katrina Pearson just held a rally. As a reminder, if you were watching yesterday, I'm following Gun Owners of America as they take a bus tour to 8 stops for some of the pro-Second Amendment candidates that they have endorsed. And so we're out here getting to see what they have to say, getting to talk to voters. But we had some pretty explosive news. Now, that was a nice little tie-in, right? Some explosive news today as well, as Texas A&M University has suspended their Title IX administrator, Rick Olshak. Now, Rick Olshak recently lamented the fact that the new Biden administration Title IX rewrite didn't go far enough in extending to transgender competition in athletics. The state lawmakers have, of course, passed a law against that practice just last year. And so Texas Scorecard's investigative department reached out, raised questions regarding Olshak's adherence to Texas values. Now, after Texas Scorecard began investigating Olshak after his comments and contacted Texas A&M regarding their employment of him yesterday afternoon, they reached back out with a statement. They said Chancellor John Sharp has directed that Rick Olshak be suspended with pay in accordance with system policy, while allegations about his job performance as a system employee are investigated. And they wanted to make clear this wasn't about any private social media posts he made. The Texas A&M University system hired Olshak in 2016. They originally tasked him with overseeing their compliance with a federal civil rights law originally designed to prohibit sex-based discrimination in education. That's Title IX. Well, in April of 2024, of course, the Biden administration announced they were going to change the law. They're going to rewrite the rules and add gender identity as one of those protected classes. In practice, that meant that schools would have to choose between letting biological males into female spaces or foregoing federal taxpayer funding. So again, they have suspended him now as they investigate this, but you can read our full investigative report into Rick Olshak at TexasScorecard.com right now. Some interesting news out of Texas's largest county. A judge has ordered a redo of the November 2022 election between Tammy Pierce and Deshaun Jones for the 180th District Court in Harris County, after finding far more illegal votes were cast in the race than the margin of victory. Pierce, who's a Republican, contested her 449-vote loss to the Democrat incumbent, Jones, in January of 2023. The case has been delayed for nearly a year by a motion to dismiss that was filed by Jones. Now, Judge David Peoples, who's a visiting judge from San Antonio, ruled yesterday that the true outcome of the election cannot be known, cannot be determined, and he instead ordered a new election. And following a bench trial in April, Judge Peoples found that a total of 1,751 votes in the race should not have been counted, including nearly 1,000 illegal votes cast by voters who resided outside of Harris County, and more than 400 votes cast by voters with no photo ID and incomplete reasonable impediment forms. Hundreds more were improperly counted as a result of an official mistake by the Harris County Election Administrator's Office, which has, of course, since been abolished. Thank God. Wednesday's judgment ordered Jones to pay Pierce $66,000 in attorney's fees and court costs. And a date for the new election has not yet been determined. But just remember this whenever people tell you that our elections are secure.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Last up, a bit of news from this week. After Texas secured Fronton Island from the Mexican cartels, the Biden administration is now saying that that land is federal property. And maybe you've seen Fronton Island. Maybe you've seen some of the pictures. In October, Governor Greg Abbott instructed Texas Rangers to plant a Texas flag on Fronton Island to mark Texas's control. It's a 170-acre island situated in the Rio Grande between Starr County and Mexico and is known to be a hotspot for Mexican cartel trafficking. Well, in a letter from the International Boundary and Water Commission, Principal engineer Ramon Macias asserts that Fronton Island is a federal property and is under the jurisdiction of the IWBC. Macias asked the Texas General Land Office to remove any obstructions on the land, referencing 2 sediment bridges in the Texas National Guard put in place after Land Commissioner Don Buckingham certified the island as state-owned property. Buckingham says Texas will not hand over ownership of the land. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.